So yes, we are back to our session. So today we will be discussing the very important last chapter of Bhagavad Gita. That's chapter 18. That's the conclusion, the perfection of renunciation. So Hare Krishna, devotees. So far we have completed, of course, we're completing almost the three parts also. The first two parts we discussed about Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. And today we're ending up with the Jnana Yoga. So in the last couple of days, we discussed about how we're not this body, we are soul. Krishna is a supreme knower. Spoke about the three modes of material nature, how we are all been influenced by three modes, and Krishna wants us to transcend, rise above the three modes. And also, we had explained how this material world is a reflection of a spiritual world. Krishna gives a very wonderful analogy, saying that no, a tree with the roots, upwards and branches, downwards. So we all should go to the original home. And finally, we spoke about the divine and divine qualities and the demonic qualities. So divine qualities, what it will do? It will uplift us, and demonic qualities will put us down. So we have to choose a path guided by the scriptures. And especially yesterday, we discussed about 17th chapter, where we spoke about that whatever activity we do should be done in a Shuddha Sattva, pure goodness. Then it's very pleasing to Supreme Lord. And today we are into a very important finale, that is chapter 18, conclusion, the perfection of renunciation. So here we'll discuss four important aspects. One is karma and jnana yoga, the three gunas, the most mature among those who act, and the end result. So we all know that Krishna says, do your duty without expecting the result. Karmanya vadikarasu ma paleshu kadachanam. Have no expectation, just do your duty very nicely. So here we could see in the karma jnana yoga, in verse 6, it says, Itani apitu karmani angam tvekta palanicha kartavyanti mi bhata nishchitam matam uttamam. All these activities should be performed without attachment or any expectation of result. They should be performed as a matter of duty, person of Kuta. That is my final opinion. So we have to just become an instrument, right? Nimitta matrena. Just, that's what Krishna is saying. Krishna is telling to Arjuna, you just become an instrument and you get all the credit. So the result is given by the Lord. Just offer to Him. That's why I keep saying you do your best, leave the rest to the Lord. Don't fail the test, and wish you all the best. Right? This is very important. Okay. So yes, I'll be asking a lot of questions also in the class, so please pay attention. So in this verse, Lord is explaining, it says, Adhisthanam tata karta, karanam cha puta viduhu, vidas cha putam chesta, daivim chevita panchamam. It says, actually I'll tell the meaning of this. Krishna explaining the five factors behind every action. That's the body, that is adhisthana, the doer, it's the karta, the senses, karanam, the super soul, that is the devin, efforts, chesta, and basically says that we are not the doer. For example, even to set up this whole class, it's not only me who's doing this. There are somebody who has done the whole programming, and that's how I'm just coming and presenting. So never take full credit. Always be humble, be grateful. You should know that Krishna, Guru, they are supporting us. So that should be our mindset, because success comes by the Lord's will, and there are many hidden supports for that. Okay. So here it says, if we are unable to see the other reasons behind the action, we become blind. Yeah. So we are not the doers. Lord gives us the ability and opportunity, thinking, I alone did it. That is an ignorance. So never consider that I am the doer. That's why we spoke about the three gunas, right? What are the effects of three gunas? Like we are influenced by sattva guna, sometimes we're influenced by passion, sometimes we're influenced by ignorance. We all go under the three gunas, right? There's a mix of this, but we have to raise above. That's why very nicely explained. You see this person, he is actually under three modes. The different modes are pulling different ways. So we have to rise above. That's what Krishna says. When it comes to knowledge, you should understand first three modes. And you should understand that realizing that we are not this sole doer, Everything is happening by God's sanction. So we should just be a instrument. Nimitra matrena, that's all. When it comes to action, acting in devotional service, bhakti yogana sevate, do devotional service, chanting, taking prasadam, doing tulsi puja, observing ekadashi, that's called action. Acting in a devotional service. When it comes to determination, consistently you should do it, consistent practice, not just 18 days of or one event, but lifelong there should be commitment till the last breath, right? Of course, when you do all this for, then obviously happiness, when things are done in a very pure goodness, all right? You know what happens? Devotional action brings peace, joy, liberation, which is beyond the three modes. That's why it is very simple, but very yet powerful. But you have to flow the transformation. That happens. The real knowledge, clarity, devotional action, steady practice, and then inner peace. Okay, there we go. Now, happiness arising from three gunas: sattva guna, rajaguna, and tamaguna. So we could see somebody in sattva guna, initially it will be like a, what do you say, it will be like a poison, very bitter, but it requires discipline. Why? Because at the end, that becomes very nectar. And also will have a self-awareness, right? So I'll give an example. Like, let's say you want to chant, you want to do all this activities like taking prasadam, waking up early. Initially, you will find have a tough time. Or getting up in the morning. Oh, it's not happening. I get up in the morning. I get a nice dream. It's nice. It's very cold. You like to sleep more. Chanting, you're not getting a taste for chanting. And taking prasadam, you have no time to offer. Now you know the mantras. But at the end, if you practice, you will become very happy. So starting it will be bitter, but when you keep on trying, that becomes very sweet. That is what sattva guna. When it comes to rajaguna, it starts like nectar, but it's a sense enjoyment because it ends with a misery. How many of you accept that when you were a student, you had a chance to eat the golgappas? Golgappas are like, having pani puri, bel puri in the streets, But then it is nice, very tasty, but then it also gives you repercussion. What is that? It becomes very misery. Why? Because it is not made with a lot of love and devotion. It is just made because they need money. All right. So initially it will be nectar, but later on it turns to be a misery. That's why we are in the repeated birth of Dhanma Chakra. So we have to be very careful to how to come out of this. What I say about Tamoguna? Tamoguna is like ignorance. Somebody is fully lazy, illusion, like animal. They just want to keep eating, sleeping. You have seen there are some people in their bag, they'll have lots of snacks. Whole day they'll be munching something. So that should not be the idea. You have to reach to Shuddha Sattva Guna, pure goodness. So to come out of these three gunas, the simple key is chanting the Lord's holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I would say, like you see, at the first time, if some doctor gives you medicine, you may not feel nice because it's not feel better also. See, I'll tell you, somebody has a jaundice, and you give them sugarcane juice, he will tell it's bitter. But if we keep on drinking, then that becomes sweet. All right. Similarly, when we eat medicine, you may not feel better, but if you keep it, the effect will be there. That's why proper, regular, we got the water bottle. Proper, regular practice, that is possible. That's why I would say that when you practice, then it becomes perfect. So you should not give it up. Medicines are like that only. Initially it will be very bitter, but then the same medicine become like a feast. You'll be very joyful. You feel like I'll take it. Initially you give sugarcane juice, it's bitter because I've got jaundice. But I keep drinking it. Then I'll say, give me more. I need to drink more. Why? Because it's very sweet. So that means it's leading to purity and true happiness. This is a very beautiful verse. It says, Natad asti pravityavam cha devi shiva punaha sattvam prakriti mukham yad ibhi yad prabir gunaha. There is no being existing either here or among the demigods in higher planetary system, which is freed from these three modes born of material nature. Even great beings like Brahma, Indra, and Chandra, they're all under the influence of three gunas. So coming out is not so easy. But yeah, chanting the Lord's holy name, it's very simple but powerful. It can help you to rise above it. Do you remember the story of that dacoit? What was his name? Ratnakar. You know, he was to kill animals. You know, half of is to kill. You know, and when Narada Muni reached him, in that same Ratnakar who was a dacoit, he became a devotee. He became Valmiki, and that's Valmiki wrote a Ramayana. You see, he raised about 3 modes, right? Chanting the name is so powerful, it can make a very big impact. Correct? Similarly, I'll give you a story. See, a father wants to give medicine to a child, right? But the child refuses. So father very intelligently what he does, he hides the medicines in a kind of sweet fruit. Let's say gulab jamun. Okay, gulab jamun. You know, in the gulab jamun, inside the gulab jamun, puts a medicine. Now the child eats the fruit, but it spits out the seed. You know, he likes gulab jamun, but inside gulab jamun there is a kind of something, you know, seed which the child doesn't like. But the father has put the medicine in that. Now the child eats and he spits out the seed. It's actually the real medicine. You know? So what I mean to say is that we may all attend this online Gita classes, enjoy the knowledge. It's like a gulab jamun. But if we don't chant, we're just throwing away the real benefit. That means the medicine is meant to cure us, but we're not trying to eat that medicine. We're just spitting out. That is why I humbly requesting you that you should all take up seriously. You know that chanting the name of the Lord is very helpful. It can help us to raise above 3 modes. That's why chanting is the core purpose of a knowledge of this knowledge. Even if you don't understand everything, you know, at least start at least 1 or 2 rounds every day. Then it can make a very big impact. Then the true essence of Gita will reveal itself. It says the one who acts in the most mature way. Okay, we'll explain this in the next slide. Okay, very important, very, very important slide this is, you know. It says by worship of the Lord, who is the source of all beings and who is all pervading, the man can attain perfection through performing his own good. What does it mean? I'll tell you a very nice example. Beautiful story. You would love it. So once Narada Muni was visiting Vaikuntha. Narada Muni was visiting Vaikuntha to meet Lord Vishnu. So before he was leaving, he promised 2 devotees that he would ask the Lord about their liberation. Because 2 devotees met Narada Muni on the way. Who were there? One was Brahmana, one was a cobbler. Okay, who is a cobbler? Cobbler is a person who actually fixes shoes under a tree. Okay, he is a cobbler. All right. So now both the Brahmana and the cobbler, they wanted Narada Muni, you know, that when you meet, uh, okay, just give me one moment. There's some kind of disturbance. I'm so sorry. There was a kind of interruption here, you know. Okay, so I was telling you that story about Narada Muni, you know. So when Narada asked Lord Vishnu, who gets first liberation? Because both cobbler and Narada Muni, so both cobbler and the Brahmana, they met Narada Muni and both asked Vishnu, you know, that who the first person to get liberation. So same thing, you know, Narada Muni just asked what they were asking. So when Narada asked this question to Lord Vishnu, who get liberation first, Vishnu smiled and he replied, the cobbler, na, he will go back to God in this life only. Brahmana, he'll take many lifetime. Oh, really? Then Narada was surprised, and he asked, you just say what I said. In case somebody says why, then you say this, that just deliver the message what I said. Just tell them that no, when you came to meet me, I was passing a thread, an elephant through a needle, an eye of needle. Just tell this and all. Then Narada said, okay, I'll do this. So when Narada Muni, when he came down to the earthly planet, he met both of them, Brahmana and cobbler. So first we met Brahmana. Brahmana asked, "Oh, what did Vishnu said about my liberation?" So what do I say? The Narada Muni start saying, actually, you will be delivered, but not this time. It take many times. Oh, really? How many times? Maybe more than thousands of lifetimes. So the Brahmana started laughing. What are you saying? Nonsense. This is impossible. Maybe God is. You tell me one thing. What was God doing? When you went to meet. What do you say? When you went to meet Vishnu, what was God doing? He said, actually, when I went to meet Lord Vishnu was putting a very big elephant into a small needle, like a thread. Ah, ha, ha. This is crazy. You never met Vishnu at all. This is complete nonsense. No, but he said, I'm telling the fact, and then the Brahmana doesn't trust this Narada Muni, because Narada Muni is saying what Vishnu told, but he is not trusting. So he's rather making fun of Narada Muni. And then Narada Muni left that place. Then when he was on the way, he met the cobbler. The cobbler was sitting under the banyan tree and he was doing his job, fixing the shoes. So when he saw Narada Muni, he asked Narada Muni, "Oh, Narayan, Narayan. Oh, Narada Muni, when you went and met the Lord Vishnu, what did he say about my liberation?" Narada Muni said, "You'll get liberated in this very life." "Oh, really? Wow, I'm so happy." "Okay, tell me what was Lord doing that time when you met him?" And then he said, actually, Lord was trying to put a big elephant into like a thread into a small eye of a needle. Trying to put I don't know how do I express this. He was trying to put that elephant inside the eye of a needle. When he heard this cobbler, he was like, wow, he was like dancing, very happy. Now, Narada said, wait, why are you so happy? You think this is what I said is right? Yeah, of course. See, a small cedar, such a big banyan tree can come. Will not my will the Lord not make this small needle where elephant get into it? It's possible. Lord can do anything. If a big tree can come with a small seed, why can't elephant can't go inside the eye of a needle? When he heard this guy, Narada Muni was like, wow, this is called trust. Yes, Lord said perfect that you will, in this very life only, you'll go to back to God. This is what we can learn. Right? Brahmana was perfect in all doing achman, all these things, rituals, all. But no faith, no trust. But in the case of this poor cobbler, he had a strong faith. So cobbler replied that every day I see a huge tree coming from a tiny seed. If my Lord can put a whole tree inside the small tiny seed, why can't he pass an elephant through a needle? Right? So the moral, what I'm trying to say is that the cobbler, though doing a small job, he had a very deep, strong faith, because he is to offer his work to Lord, remembering him with love and devotion. That made him spiritually advanced. So what I mean to say here is that whatever work we do, it may be small or big, but if we offer that to Krishna, then it is a real success. That is a real perfection. So Krishna has given everyone a unique path, right? So we simply have to work with devotion and offer to him. So the lesson what we learn from the story is that don't worry about what others are doing. Just do your duty sincerely with devotion to Krishna. So we are all born unique. Don't try to copy anyone. Truth is beautiful. So therefore, whatever God has gifted us, talents, everything should be connected to the service of the Lord. Then that becomes very glorious. That's why it says, Bhaktiyam abhijananti yavanis chamitatputaha tato mam tatuddo gnatva vishuddhitat anantaram. One can understand me as I am, as a supreme personality of Godhead, only by devotional service. And when one is in full consciousness of me by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God. So this means that no amount of ritual or logic or study alone can help us to reach God. It's only pure love and devotion. That's it. So if we can connect this, like you can read Bhagavatam, Okay, I'll tell you one story from Bhagavatam itself, This is about a story about Brahmanas and their wives. See, the Brahmanas were very busy performing yajnas because they know that by performing some rituals, they could recognize the Lord. Then what happened? Lord sent his. Of course, they all came. Sent this. They want to say that whatever you're offering, you give me that fruits, the fruit of that. Like, see, when they want to do yajna, they have to, what do you say, uh, make a lot of preparations. So Krishna and Balaram, the Vrindavan, they went with all this, covered boys. So you all go and ask them, that uh, get them some fruits, vegetables, and some bhoga, whatever they're offering for the yajna for us, So they went and asked the Brahmanas. They said, no, we cannot give. You don't you know we are doing a puja, we're doing a rituals for Vishnu. No, we have no time. We go. Then what happened? They were disappointed. Then again Krishna said, you should have not asked the Brahmanas. You have asked the wives of Brahmanas. No, you tell them that Krishna and Balram, they are in the forest. They have come for kind of things. So you can try to give them some fruits, some whatever whatever bhogas that you have made, you can give to them. That be okay. So immediately all the Brahmanas' wives, they were so ecstatic actually, because they had little devotion to Krishna. So what they did is immediately they filled the bags with all rasgulla, gulab jamun, samosas, rice, sabji, everything, and they packed everything and say, go give it to Krishna, go give it to Balram. That shows, that is called true bhakti. Immediately they understood, Krishna's divinity and the rest to serve him. So this message is so clear that somebody is doing a puja, but it's like, you have Charnamrita in your hand. Instead of taking like this, you're taking it like this, it's falling off, So this Brahmanas, they're doing a puja for Vishnu only. They're doing yajna all, But Lord himself, when he's coming, asking to give me the fruits, the bhoga, they're telling, no, we are doing yajna, I'm very busy, you go off, But when Krishna told, you go ask to their wives, they had so much of devotion. When they asked, immediately whatever they had, everything was given to them, So bhakti is just not a rituals, It's like it is the only way to understand Krishna is by doing devotion service. That's why I've been telling you from the day one, bhaktema abhijananti. One can understand me as I am only if they do devotional service. Without devotional service, without the help of a guru, it will be very difficult for us to understand what is bhakti. So that part we have to be very, very careful. That's what it says, the path to the eternal. It's peaceful, blissful, wondrous, because it's bhakti yoga. Okay, fine. So here it says a drop of faith. It says, Chetasa sarva karmani mayim sanyasa matparaha buddhi yogam upastya matchita satam dhava. In all activities, just depend upon me and work always under my protection. In such devotional service, be fully conscious of me. This means that do your duty but depend on Krishna. Remember, I told you real independence means dependence on Krishna. I see some message on the chat. Okay, everybody. Okay, fine. So, and do your duty, but don't be depend on Krishna. Don't think I'm independent. That's why we have to chant the Mahamantra every day. So when we are staying in touch with Krishna, what happens? We are automatically we get the taste to chant and develop devotion, even though we may go a very tough situations, right? Because Krishna helps and protects us. Like in you've seen Mahabharata also, Arjuna was regularly hearing Krishna's instructions. So even when he became emotional, he decided, I'll kill Jayadratha, But Krishna, what happened? He still protected, and guided him. The point is what I'm trying to say that stay connected to Krishna through bhakti, then whatever happens now, he will take care of us. So bhakti is like, engaging all our senses in the Lord's service. So it's a very important. Okay. So here we are coming to a very important aspect. It's called the Sharanagati, surrender to Krishna. So even in Gita, there are two slokas which is almost the same. One is 9th chapter, one is in the current chapter, 18th chapter. It says, Man mana bhav mad bhakto matyaji mam namaskaro mam evasik yuktamyam atmana mat parayanaha. Here also it says, Man mana mad bhakto matyaji mam namaskaro mam evasik satyamte pratijane priyasime. So both almost equal, same only. Says, engage your mind, always thinking of me, become my devotee, offer obeisances to me, worship me, being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. Always think of me, become my devotee, worship me, offer your homage unto me, thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you because you are my very dear friend. So Krishna is giving a promise in Bhagavad Gita. Man manabho madbhakto. Think of me, become my devotee, surely you will come to me. He guarantees the truth. He's saying Satyam, always truthful. But still, people often don't fully believe or follow his promise. See, we easily trust doctors, right? When we go to hospital, somebody is undergoing some major operations. Sorry, so something is coming on the screen. Okay. Just one moment. Just one moment. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I was saying you that sometimes when we go to hospitals, we trust the doctor, even when they say we have no guarantee, the patient may survive or not survive, but still we sign the form also. But Krishna, being the Supreme Lord, is giving a sure, complete, kind of sure promise. But still, we hesitate to trust him. The point I'm trying to make is that if you don't trust Krishna, it's very difficult. That's why we have to trust Krishna because it is guaranteed. It's very truthful. So following a path with faith is more safe.
Once upon a time, in a temple of Lord Krishna, there was a sweeper who was very sincere and devoted. Every time he saw thousands of devotees coming to take darshan of the Lord, he thought to himself,
"The Lord is standing all the time giving darshan. He must be feeling very tired. O Lord, your feet must be aching. I want to help you. At least for one day can I take your place so that you can have some rest."
Thank you, my dear. It is very nice of you, and I don't mind taking a break. But how will you take my place?
It's simple. You change me to look like you and change yourself to look like me.
Okay. I'll transform you like myself. But there is one condition. You must just stand here like me, smile at everyone and give blessings. Never interfere with anything and do not say anything. Just watch everything and be a witness.
The sweeper agreed to this and exchanged places with his Lord. The next day, a rich man came to pray.
"O Lord, please bless me. My business should go on well."
While leaving the temple, the rich man forgot to take his briefcase, which was full of money. Just then, a poor man came into the temple.
"O Lord, please accept this coin as this is all I can afford. Bless me to be engaged in your service always. My family is hungry and my heart is leaking. I need some help from you."
When he opened his eyes, he saw the briefcase left behind by the rich man. The poor man thanked the Lord for his kindness and generosity and took the briefcase. At that point, a sailor walked in.
"O Lord, I'm going on a long trip. Please bless me so that I have a safe journey."
Just then, the rich man came in with the police.
"There, he's the thief who stole my briefcase full of money."
Hey, did you think you could run away after robbing this gentleman? Come on, tell me where's the money?
"I did not steal anything, sir. I don't have any money with me."
Then you must have given it to your friend who must have run away by now. Come with us to the police station.
Dear Lord, you know I am innocent. Why am I being punished then?
Thank you, Krishna. You are the one who helped us catch this thief.
The sweeper in the form of the deity could no longer tolerate the situation. He had to speak up now to save the sailor.
Stop! You're making a mistake. It was not this sailor who took the money. It was a poor man who came here before him.
Who is that speaking?
Here, I am God speaking.
This person is not only a thief but also a clever cheat. He is tricking us into thinking that the idol is speaking. Arrest him, quick!
The sailor was arrested and taken away. The sweeper felt very sad. In the evening, Krishna returned to the temple.
My dear, how was the day?
I thought it would be easy, Krishna, but it was difficult. I tried to do a good thing, but man does not seem to have actual faith in God at all.
The sweeper then told Krishna about the happenings of the day and how a sailor had been unfairly punished for the crime of the poor man.
Oh dear, why did you not stick to the plan? Don't you have faith in me? Do you think that I do not understand the hearts of all those who come here? The rich man had money which he had got by cheating someone. It does not belong to him. On the other hand, the single coin offered by the poor man was the only coin he had, but he gave it to me with full faith. The sailor might not have done anything wrong, but if he had gone in the ship today, he would have died because of bad weather. Instead, he is alive and safe now in the jail. Soon the police will apologize to him and release him.
I did not know all this.
I have a good plan for everyone's life. But because your faith in me is shaky,
Sarva dharma parityeja mam ekam sharanam raja. Aham tvam sarva papyabhyo mokshayami ma suchaha. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful directions. Do not fear. So you see, generally, I'll give you an example. When a young boy and a young girl, they come, they have a natural attraction. It's not that he did not purchase attraction from a shopkeeper, It comes at a certain age. Similarly, by hearing and chanting Krishna's name gradually, the love for Krishna will arise. We should be very confident that in all circumstances, Krishna will protect us, from all difficulties. For that, we have to trust Krishna with faith, and the faith should be backed up by scriptures. Just surrender to Krishna. He will take care of everything, That's what, because by surrendering to Krishna, what happens? We get the supreme peace, The highest and eternal abode is guaranteed. Forget about liberation. You get more than liberation just by surrendering it, It says, Ye idam paramam guhyam mad bhakteshu abadyeshi bhaktam mai param kritva mam vivasasti asamshaya. Translation is, for one who, actually this is a Palasruti, for one who explains the supreme secret of the devotees, pure devotion service is guaranteed, and the end will again come back to me. There's no servant in this world more dear to me than he, or nor will there ever be one more. So these are the benefits of distributing Bhagavad Gita. You see, a couple of them are distributed to many people, some actors, some sports people, So that's very important, because when somebody, you see, even our Prime Minister Modi ji also, when he went to Japan, he made a statement. He said, I don't have any other best gift than this, and even the world doesn't have any much best gift than this. And then what? He gave Bhagavad Gita. Correct? That's why it is said that this is a true secret. Encourage others to read Bhagavad Gita. When others receive their wonderful knowledge, you become dear to the Supreme Lord. That is what I want to convey. So when you read Bhagavad Gita regularly with knowledge, it becomes easy to worship Lord Krishna. That's why you all should make an attempt to read Bhagavad Gita. It's very, very important. Correct. And also, when you listen regularly with faith, it helps you to free from all sinful challenges, consequences, and then you can attain the spiritual abode for sure, no doubt about it. So that's what hearing is very important. Reading also is very important. If you compare both, I would say hearing is very important. Because Krishna enters through ears. So that is why I keep emphasizing. Okay. So finally, this is the last sloka of the day. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdaraha, Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhutir, Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. So, where Krishna and Arjuna stand together, victory, power, success is guaranteed. So you have just completed the journey through all the 18 chapters, the spiritual manual of life. So let this not just be a course, but a foundation for transformation. So I would request that everybody should read Gita daily, at least reflect on some important points, like we spoke about Chatursloki of Bhagavad Gita, and try to live with that. So wherever there is Krishna and Arjuna, there is victory, there is prosperity, and there is dharma. So let Krishna be our charioteer. Let him be our driver in our life, always guiding our journey. So by saying this, I like to conclude today's session, and I'll just briefly discuss what we spoke today. So today we spoke about the perfection of renunciation. I'm making it a little faster because we all can have a kind of a small discussion also. Okay, so I would like to wrap up today's class, 18th chapter. So Krishna explains two things. What is that? We have to give up our selfish action and give up attachment to results. Right? He says that we should not give up. We should not give up our duties, but perform them without selfish desire, as an offering to Him. Right? That's why He says, "Na different types, all kind of work, faith, determination, everything. They're all in three modes. We have to rise above the three modes." And the most important message, what we can derive in chapter 18, is that we have to surrender to Lord Krishna. And He says, "You surrender to me, I will protect you. Don't fear." So, in short, do your duty with devotion, same time, surrender to Krishna. And this is a path of peace and perfection. So, if you see the whole 18 chapters, if you see the essence of whole Bhagavad Gita, it talks about three things. What is that? We are not this body, we are eternal soul, we are Atma. This world is temporary, but our relation with Krishna is permanent. And by doing our duties in devotion and also surrendering to Krishna, we attain peace and liberation. So, a kind of a small message to all of you. What is that? Karishya Vachanam Tava. So, dear devotees, dear friends, respected elders, and Gita seekers, this 18 days have just, not been a class, They have been a journey from confusion to clarity, from doubt to faith, and from a battlefield to Arjuna's heart to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. So I keep saying, this Bhagavad Gita is just not a book, that we keep it in the shelf, It is a living dialogue between Lord Krishna and to our soul, ourselves. Now, I want this dialogue must continue, even our own hearts. So Krishna has spoken, and now we have to respond to him. It's very, very important. So what should we do now? Just 5 steps, read Gita every day, at least one sloka, because it will be nice that let Krishna speak to you daily. Second thing is that chant the name of Krishna every day, as I keep telling in the beginning of the class. And thirdly, associate with devotees, because devotees, they always have a open mind, free mind, not what is for me. You want to give, So when you have a association with the devotees, what happens? You will develop the strength, and that strength will always protect you from dangerous challenges, right? From Maya, right? Then finally, serve with love. Remember, I was saying you chant with attention, hear with absorption, serve with affection and deal with affection and serve with devotion. Right. So please, all of us take a sankalp, a vow that Krishna, I may make a lot of mistakes, but please always keep close to you. That should be our sankalp prayer, right? And my humble request for all of you is that don't let this 18 days end here. Let it begin for next 18 years of devotional service in our life, because one day someone will thank you for introducing Krishna to me, and that's the power of living the Gita. So the closing words of what I want to say is that in the end, Arjuna stood up. He was ready to fight with full faith in Krishna. Can we also stand up, not to fight a war, but to live a life that's meaningful, devotional, and full of gratitude? That's why I mentioned Karishya Vachanam Tava. That means let Arjuna, this is what Krishna is saying. Karishya Vachanam Tava. Oh Lord, I will follow your words. This is what Arjuna is saying. All right. So let that be our prayer, and let that be our offering. Let that be our life.